on the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. The Browns close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Finds room to the 30. And finally they take him down at the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. Connects with Bateman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Escapes the pocket. Took off with it again.
All right, we'll call that one a drop. He escapes, quarterback does. He avoids taking the sack. He's also denied a gain of any kind.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Browns are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's caught for the 1st. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. This set it down starts with an option right. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
And this one doesn't make it into the landing zone. It comes down shy of the 20, and by the new rules this year, that means the ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line. Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Looking to the air here. That's complete. David Njoku. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter. The drive begins with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football. Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Brought in right side. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Third and long for him here. Escapes out to the left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This a 50-yard look from the right half. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's complete to Hopkins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They've got 1st down from the 31. They send a man in motion. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Flush down out to his left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Man in motion, out of the slot. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Touchdown, Baltimore! Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. They send the tight end in motion. Jackson's throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. David Njoku, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. On his Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd down, Jackson to pass. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Jackson now on 3rd. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They'll try to run it in. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing it to start this drive. He put everything he had into this one. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns will add to their lead at the end of the half. On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. The Browns have it on the team, and they will kick it away here. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
No, we changed it.
On first down, Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, Bronder, it's another interception. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
He'll throw it. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's good, not by much, but it's indeed good, bottom left. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, and that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's going deep this time. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story. And right now, that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. He'll get this to Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Rolling left, buying some time.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Now Jackson on third down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's going to be fourth and short.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Buys time, rolling right. Taking a big shot for the... Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey. 13.
Throwing from near his own goal line. That's taken in by Henry. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Second down, looking for options. Getting out to his left. The ball is loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on fourth and short. They're going for this. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go. Trap 60. Ready?
He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up. Carlson's kick is good. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Browns, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Has room down the left sideline. Hits the 20. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. They put Flowers in motion right. After the sack, another pass on second down. Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments and flashes of greatness like that that you see Dick Buckus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Buying some time left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Tucker's kick is up and good. And it only does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Brian Branch has it.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Gets this one to Andrews. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. the 23. Finding Flowers. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Jackson's throwing for it. He's on the move. And this is going to be caught. Getting aggressive as they trail in this game. And that takes them 2 points closer.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go.
They send Tillman in motion right. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
From the 42. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Go.
Pass play now. He's trying another one deep. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Cleveland. On his Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 18. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That one complete to Hopkins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, middle.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. Trying again following the set. And they pick him off again. And the Browns take over on his 5th interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Put the body on the line for his team. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? Go!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here we go!
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He brings it in. And he gets it to the 1,